5 reasons why 5D Mark III is still worth buying this 2021. Let's see. These 5 things that I'll be mentioning is my own personal opinion. Since I've been using this camera for almost like 3 years already. Number 1, it's full frame. With its sensor size 24 by 36 mm, you will never go back to crop sensor. There's a lot of advantages of having a full frame camera. First thing, it's full frame. My first camera was a full frame, 5D Mark I, but I tried crop sensor and to be honest, I went back to my full frame. Larger sensor, more pixels, meaning less noise on high ISO. I actually tried this on events like birthdays, weddings, and most of the time they're indoors, so there's not much light. And having a camera full frame that can bump up to like 1600, 3200 ISO and still usable, it's really worth the money, worth the bucks. Second reason will be the battery life. An average of 500 to 800 shots per charge. Continue shooting for at least 1 hour and 30 minutes. And they're using LPE6 batteries. Having this battery compared to small mirrorless, sorry to say, I know there's a lot of people using mirrorless right now, but I'm a DSLR fanboy. I mean, having this, it might be big, but it's worth having like 2 of this and the whole photo shoot will be enough. And that's all. But if you have like a mirrorless, you need maybe 3, 4 batteries just to compensate how long this camera can last. So, second, battery life. Number 3 reason is color science. Color science. I'm not an expert when it comes to science. I'm not a fan of science. But when it comes to color science, when I say mainly, specifically in skin tones, if you'll be using a Canon camera, any kind of camera, it can be mirrorless camera like the R5, R6, RP, as long as it's Canon, trust me, you won't be down. Canon won't fail you when it comes to skin tones. I mean, having a camera that you can just click the shutter and then all of a sudden it's a skin tone really matches what the eye sees. I mean, the color, it's really accurate. When yes, I know Sony, Fuji, any other brands, yes, they can shoot, but having that opportunity to edit less will save you time. That's why color science, this beast. On number 4, to make quick, build quality. Okay, why did I say build quality? For the past 3 years, I've been using this. Wow, I use it. I even experienced it under a strong rain. I experienced it, there was a wedding, and then I need to use my camera, and I don't even have any cameras, and then I'm using this with a 35mm 1.4 L lens, and then it was outpouring, and you know what? The couple was even dancing in the middle of the rain, and I need to go there and get that sweet shot of them looking at each other, and then, sorry, I don't have the picture, but that experience using this under the rain, dang, wow, it's still here, one piece, it's still working. And then, of course, and I've used this when we're trekking or hiking, and it was so hot, and I'm not sure what's the temperature by that time, but trust me, I mean, weather condition, any kind of weather condition, it's really weather sealed camera. So investing into a weather sealed camera is also like you're making yourself flexible. You're making yourself, you can shoot anywhere, you can shoot any condition and any weather condition, and it's a plus. Like what happened in my experience, those bride and groom dance under a pouring rain, and then this camera still stands still while I'm using 35mm. Wow, it was what and it's still okay. Okay, it's professionally built for professional use. Number 5, it has dual card slots. If you are an event photographer, even a wedding photographer, a dual card slot is a lifesaver. You will not worry about corrupted memory card because having a backup card is never been an option. Okay guys, so it has two card slot. It has a one SD card and a CF card. So I mean, it is possible. It could happen. I mean, losing a memory card is the worst nightmare. Okay, in conclusion, to sum it up, again, number one, it's full frame. Number 2, battery life. Number 3, color science. Number 4, build quality. Number 5, dual card slot. Okay, guys, so who's this for? This is for those people who want to engage themselves to full frame. So if you're an aspiring photographer who is interested in portrait and landscape, yes, this is for you. But unfortunately, if you're like an action, like sport photographer or like a wildlife photographer, I won't be recommending this. But still usable, but having like a short frames per second. It's 6 frames per second. Listen. Yes, it doesn't have Wi-Fi connections like other cheaper brands, but for me it's not an issue because I edit in Lightroom, Photoshop, so I still tended to put it in my laptop, and I don't edit on my mobile phones most of the time. I always edit on my laptop. And yeah, so that's all. Hope you can think of it. Yes, 5D Mark III. Just a side note, it's not about the gear that you have right now. It's more on how do you use it. Okay, build a relationship with your camera. When I say build a relationship with your camera, use it on different scenarios. Try to experiment on the preset. Try to use all the buttons, ISO, AF drive. Try to customize. Try to know your gear. I mean, before I finish this vlog, my side note, try to know your gear. I mean, it doesn't matter if you have Sony, if you don't like A7S III, if you have Canon 1DX Mark III, if you have R5, R6, yeah, they all tend to upgrade every year. And this, the thing that I want to say is, it's not about how expensive your gear is, but as long as you know how to utilize it, how you know the full potential of your camera, then you can say that the money that you invested in your camera is all worth it. So, my question, so what's your camera right now? Is it Sony, Fuji, or Canon? Just put it down below, or even it's an iPhone, Samsung. Again, it doesn't have to be like a DSLR or mirrorless camera. As long as you use it as point and shoot, trust me, it's not about the gear. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Always remember, you're blessed and stay blessed. Ciao.